Welcome, welcome, Geminis. Welcome to Kiki's Doorway. Let's see what your soulmate wants to. Revive for November 3rd to November 5th. So, definitely the will is going to be present. Let's see in what direction. God, Gaia, God, Goddess, Mother, Father. What will Mr. and Miss Gemini's soulmate want to revive from November 3rd to November 5th? What actions will Mr. and Miss Gemini soulmate will be taking November 3rd to November 5th, 2018? Okay, let's see. All right. Masculine. Yeah, I got my sis, my Nephis in here. If she's Nephis, you know my crazy behind right now is embodying the Isis. I have Isis right here. Yeah, the ancestors known and unknown is present. Masculine Geminis. Your soulmate is aligning who they are as a star. If you ever experience Mr. Gemini as well, feeling like an outsider looking in, always being observant, being the analyzer, that would explain why you have the planet of Mercury, the sign of communication of the gods and humans. In order for you to have gotten that role, at times you had to walk the life of the outsider looking in. This is what your soulmate wants you and them to revive, in a sense of knowing that. At times we might think that feeling like a loner is just a feeling, when at times it reminds us of who we are connected to celestial or by the stars. Again, we are human beings, so everything that we are is minerals, matters, and above. Female Geminis, your soulmate is reviving how they have met you as a communal living. Being a communicator, the person to instruct, and an excellent teacher. You will understand what it would mean to be able to translate to others when they're uncertain. When it comes to the present life, your soulmate wants to understand what it would mean to be of service in their community, and what it would mean to connect to who they are above and below. If this is what you're thinking about, Miss Gemini, it could be where you're wondering, or you're in the processing what it would mean to build a structure, a foundation, whether it be your own business, whether it be where you're embarking on becoming a teacher, anything where it would require your service of communication, translation. People would see very great value in that, because when we don't feel understood, I can say yes. For example, my mind's eyes wanted me to say this as an example for both the masculine and feminine, because both masculine, feminine Geminis, your soulmates, are just like you when it comes to how they communicate and how they build in this world. They see the logic and the dimensions of all things. So yes, they are logical, but yet they see the duality. So for example, I can say, yes, we're going to build a house. But what kind of house? What kind of structure would it be? Then it will require a Gemini or an air sign or a water sign. If you're dealing with a water or air sign, water being Gemini like yourself, Aquarius, Libra, or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You would have to have known that it's different ways. Either using the mud in a different structure, putting mud with warm water, hardening it up at a certain location, chipping it a certain angle to make a particular type. Would it be a temple base? Would it be a layered home? These are things that you and your soulmate have in common. How will you be reviving and using that by action? Masculine Gemini. Your soulmate is tapping into the house of Scorpio. For them to understand that they have met you in the stars before you came to this planet as a human being, or as we as human beings came onto this planet. We had to understand from other people that experienced the same concept or thought of where did we come from, and how where we have come from can translate or revive how we should walk in this world, in this earthly world. So they're going to be doing homework. If this is you, masculine Geminis, if you're wondering of your new project, whether it be writing a book, whether it be doing screenplays, whether it be being a motivational speaker or a speaker, your excellent communications, picking a topic that you resonate with, and that means going into the house of the unknown of you. You know what causes you discernment. These are the things that you will be using to be skilled at, and you will be rewarded for that skill openly. You are the Eight of Pentacles. You and your soulmate are the Eight of Pentacles right now. You both are learning all there is to know about the topic, whether it be about the stars and how human beings are connected to the stars, whether it be if you're thinking about creating a world in this world. And we usually see that in books. We usually see that in cinema or movies, when it talks about real life human beings in a different light, in a different view. Female Geminis, your soulmate, including yourself, are becoming that unity. If you look at this picture, you have Christianity, you have Buddha, you have Kabbalah, Judah, Islam. Every spirituality, every religion is unified. It has a core. It has a community base where no matter what religion or what spirituality you talk about, the core values will make people resonate and see the dimensions of how we can view. And physically, 5, the willpower, which was felt earlier from your energy. Your willpower, which will require you to come out of yourself, not just as an activist, as a human being will give it as that name, but being your own spokesperson of what it would look like to unify these things and these concepts, and how we have unified these concepts in our communities without even realizing these things. When you start to contemplate, you and your soulmate, Miss Geminis, traditional viewpoints or methods will be relooked at, revived, and see if it needs upgrading or can remain the same. It's just evolving. Spiritual organizations. So if you're called to go to a new spiritual organization, or go into an organization that you have known since a child or for 5 years, now go back. You would have a different view of those things. Just like any prophet or a messenger or any human being, when we go outside, when we become 18, 19 years old, does not mean that when we come back to communicate with these teachers that we have learned from, that we will have those same thoughts. You would have to have life and experience life to see why those teachings should reign true or can be changed in a way that resonates still with the community, still with people as a human race. This is what you and your soulmate are thinking about, Miss Gemini. So seek out mentors and like-minded friends that will help you rather than slow you down on this quest. Masculine, feminine, Geminis. No wonder it was necessary to do Geminis first. Masculine Geminis, your soulmate is seeing their 5 traits of who they are and who they are passionately and why they feel connected to the stars and why they see themselves as a star and you, masculine Gemini, in human form. What does that mean? And how to physically go about that in action. You're in the 5th house of fire. Again, the 5th house is Leo. It's all about our ego. It's all about our will. What limit will you test your ego when it comes to your beliefs and your knowing of what you know? So yes, you're going to have competing goals. You're going to be competing with your own thoughts because you hold your thoughts. You hold the reins. It's 5 of fire, like 5 fingers, but 1 hand. I cannot move this one. I would have to move all to really operate this hand. And that's what you're realizing you have power over. How are you going to use it? We'll see that that bothersome detail will not be bothersome anymore. It will become your playground. It will become the way you're going to set your own bar. And those conflicts will be more of those challenges that you thrive for, masculine Geminis. Your soulmate is just like you. They thrive on challenging the thought of thought. And what does it mean in physical? Female Geminis, your soulmate and yourself are becoming the boss of your material plane. You see that who you are and how you see unity, whether it be in spirituality, religion, whether it be in relationships and friendships, whether it be in careerships and a relationship you have with yourself. It will be a duality, yes, but we need both, like day and night. And from you seeing that, people and yourself, including your soulmate, is becoming more thoughtful, very creative, using your creativity like any community. How can a community thrive if they don't have people creative to invent things like the market, malls, parking lots, parks, pools, whatever is felt from the community that will be seen as an accessory. You're seeing that within yourself and how to materialize that. This is what your soulmate will be doing. So make the time for those around you that you truly care about. Miss Gemini. In order for you to have that passion to unify, you would have to be around different people, different places, and different scenes to see how to tie these differences together as one. This is what your soulmate is doing as well. So take a sensible approach. Know that it's okay to make the steps. It's okay to feel your way through it rather than have a set plan. But again, masculine, feminine Geminis, your movement has always been grounded. Trust that. You're not flighty. You become flighty when you feel you don't know. But now that you know which direction you're going, know that the challenges that come ahead, you will know how to not only translate that, but to revive it to your will. And understanding manners that people govern that you can materialize or use, not in just a physical, but in the 5 senses of the emotions. Until we meet again, Mr. and Miss Geminis, you and your soulmate are becoming that willpower, are becoming that ego. No longer are you air. Now you're air in human form. How do you want to use your vessel? I love you. I love you, Mr. and Miss Geminis. If this reading has resonated with you, press the thumbs up button, subscribe, share the video with others. I'll always leave a sentence in the description box below to give a blueprint or a template of what to use as a tool. You hold the tools, but what is one extra tool that you could use, you know, in your back pocket? I love you. We will see you on the other side.